There's a swabber. Here we go. I am graced by Nutroast's return as we head on into game one with Khanage versus Skaws. Peach, Toon Link. I am looking forward to some item play, Nutroast.
Going to be very interesting. I'm glad you mentioned item play. Both of these players are very, very versatile in using all manner of what these mechanics have to offer. But interestingly enough, both of these players here because they fell to the players of the last game. Skaws falling to J Dizzle and Khanage falling to Fatality. Well, looks like a monkey knife fight to me there, Focus. Who have you got your money on?
They're both going to be hungry for their run backs. They can both make the losers run. At the moment, Khanage has a strong lead, but Skaws is always smart. He's always adapting. Such a smart and fast player. Well, so I would not be surprised if he still takes the set despite this early in the opening.
Let's see if he can adapt to death as the magnet hands catch him. Fantastic catches, but instead fast fall cancels from Khanage. Actually allow him to get the grab. Still living though. Need to commit a little bit harder than that there, Khanage. That's what we're looking for.
I'm telling you, man, those float cancel aerials are just command grabs in disguise. And look at that damage, 0 to 70. And what could be a stock if Khanage plays his cards right just from one single conversion. Skaws is already terrified, looking a bit fragile here, Nutroast.
Let's see if he can make a comeback, because these turnips making life absolute hell for our buddy Skaws right there. Dash attack coming in, doesn't catch the up air. Instead, the full speed, the mix-ups from Peach, so exhausting to deal with. But hey, if there's anyone who's got the stamina, it could be Skaws. Gonna see if he can make a comeback right now, or if Khanage is gonna run away with it.
Skaws is looking a little bit fuddled here, Nutroast. He doesn't really know how to find his decisive hits, those bomb forward airs, those rang forward airs, because Khanage is just playing at these awkward angles. Can't
Fantastic
get bomb forward airs if he's just high up. And now, when he's on the ground, he has ground control with those float-cancelled aerials, back airing through anything that Skaws tries to throw at him. Look at that damage, the pressure coming out from Khanage.
You like to see it right now. Instant grab sends him off once again. Khanage just covering so consistently, Focus. Skaws needs to readapt, needs to find a game plan, or at least use this last stock to establish a presentation on how to fight this Peach, because Khanage is looking untouchable right now.
He's got to find some YouTube tutorial on how to beat Khanage's Peach, man, because he is getting put in the tumble dryer. He's just lost. He needs to find his footing, honestly.
Let's see what we can do. Khanage, obviously a very strong player in his own right. Skaws, arguably even stronger, but Khanage is the one in the driver's seat. Khanage is the one with the 3-1. Let's see if he can. Tech roll, able to get him out of it. There's the back air. A 3-0 to DAT Khanage. East of England rises up.
They certainly are. He's going to be happy with that performance in that game one. I think Skaws just does not have an answer to the close quarters pressure, Nutroast. When like Khanage is just dancing around Skaws, putting the booty on him. That back air seems to go unpunished. Then there, it's acting like a command grab. And the one time Skaws tries something different with a shield grab, a desperation attempt, Khanage had already drifted back out and made him look like a muppet for even considering it.
Well, that is how I would describe it as well. But the thing about Skaws, they are, how should I say this, an intellectual, a mental grinder, someone who understands the very, very cells of how this game is put together. And you saw there, that game ends, they sit there, silence. You see their pupils, they look up, they look to the left. They squint their eyes, they're thinking, they are calculating. They are not someone who is going to be 3-stock twice in a row, even against the best. They have developed something, but we have to see if it's enough to beat out such a decisive strike that is Khanage, as we get an opening gambit.
Many a man would get brutalized like that in game one and would either fold or just autopilot instantly go back into the game. But Skaws thinks of answers. He thinks of the right questions. He thinks of the solutions. And that offstage game plan, that might be it, Nutroast.
That was insane. He's found it, baby. He's cracked the code. He has found the Mobius strip there, Focus, as he does look to push it further against Khanage. But hey, Khanage not going to bow out, catches him out of the aerial assault, doesn't allow him to tech. Instead, chases him off stage, but an early hit from Skaws does put an end to any off-stage nonsense. As we're back into finding a way in. Bombs and turnips fly in, Focus. Where should our eyes land?
I don't know, man. Skaws with 20 seconds of time to think is a menace, but Khanage also a fast adapter. You see, he's taken that 0 to death. He's got Skaws up to kill percent, and he's been looking for a way in, looking for a way to exert his pressure, find a way to assert dominance and find this decisive hit. He's throwing out those big hitboxes, and if one of them hits, they will send Skaws to the skies. And he's going to need to find it.
Looks like Khanage is able to find a back air to send him out, but 90%. That is one projectile conversion. And honestly, something I'm almost interested about, I'm interested in Skaws is trying to kind of implement a few things he's learned from Jade Dizzle already. I'm trying to see if he can find any of these kind of projectile conversions. Obviously different characters, but a similar ethos. So we're going to see what he can do right now, jumping straight over the side B, see if we can find a kill as Khanage does rise to the platform. Isn't able to catch him, but he does dodge the back air as well.
It's interesting. I think I'm inclined to disagree. I think Skaws is actually just playing a bit more patient instead of aggressively forcing his will on Khanage, trying to not trying to mash, trying to wait, trying to outspace, trying to whiff punish. But it might not be enough. Khanage has already reclaimed that deficit and then some, putting Skaws onto his last stock from just this second stock.
Another fantastic comeback from Khanage right there. Immediately equalized, and now it's 0 to 11 there, Focus. Skaws has a chance. It's equal, but for how long is what I want to know.
Yeah, this game is much closer than that first game. But once again, Khanage has the momentum, has a good lead. And I think Skaws will struggle to bring that back instantly just because of how floaty Peach is. Can't get his instant 0 to 70s. Has to work a bit harder the frame traps, whereas Khanage is getting so much when
Double
he gets a hit.
stitch right there, my goodness.
What?
Definitely, that's not just me, right? He did miss both of them. As able to catch into the grab, not quite enough right now. Able to catch the turnip, another one coming down, but the down air not going to connect their Focus as we get on in. Retreats, sends him up. Doesn't force a platform tech though.
But it sends in Khanage into the corner. Skaws not able to get enough out of it, and that could be costly. Khanage regained control, and it looks like it is on track for a set win. That he has everything in his favor. Has Skaws off stage, plucking a turnip, gonna have time to pluck one more, throwing it down, not able to get enough, but he's looking for something decisive, Nut Roast.
Certainly is. That could have been it!
Have you ever seen Peach up throw kill in Smash Ultimate? No, me neither. What a way to end it. He was looking for something and he found it, man.
The problem there is that Skaws and Khanage had the same idea. Skaws going for the up throw, but alas, that chain, it's a blessing and a curse, their Focus. And so Khanage grabs it first. The